Welcome in, my lovely little batlings, to Fernhoof Grove Academy. So, I saw this game be mentioned and talked about for quite a while. I don't know how far back, but it's been a bit. And I recently saw that the playtest was open. Now, of course, this is through itch.io. Currently, it will be on Steam later. For the itch.io, you have to go to the creator's Patreon, which is labeled the same as what the game is, and Fernhoof Grove. And from there, I think the lowest tier is $7, but you get it like once you pay that you have it. That is for specifically for the playtest on itch.io. I fully suggest if you want to check out this game, to do that. The playtest is definitely something that I think people should get in on. It gives people a chance to talk about it, give feedback to the creator. The creator can work on it, but aside from testing this just to make sure that it works, I am going in a bit blind, aside from like the stuff that I've seen. So I'm actually very, very excited to play this. This is something I've been waiting for. Quick note, if you are going to compare apples to oranges, don't like this game is made by a single dev. The best comparison is going to be the Ranch of Rivershine, and I'm going to do my best not to compare it to that because they are going to be a little bit different. However, by no means am I going to compare it to, say, Rival Stars Racing, or Equestrian the Game, or Star Stable, or worse yet, Equinox Homecoming, because these are games that have large dev teams and are going to be drastically different. I'm not going to compare it to those at all, because at the end of the day, this is a single dev game and it's going to work and run differently than those two. This is also single player. As far as I'm aware, it is not multiplayer. I don't think there's any plans for it to be multiplayer. I've seen some different dialogue of comparing this game to larger games with larger dev teams, and the best I can say is that's pretty much very much apples to oranges. They're two different things. They might both be fruit, they might both be horse games, but they're distinctly different types because of the size of dev teams. And even this, I don't think is going to be like Ranch of Rivershine, where I would say the main focus in Ranch of Rivershine is the breeding and getting better horses and getting coat colors you want. It's kind of a creature collector towards the end of the day. This I don't think is going to be like that. So again, it's going to be a little bit apples to oranges. Um, that out of the way. Hi, editing Matt here. I realized that I had left in a small clip in the first time I uploaded this of me having to delete the save and start the game, and in doing so, I managed to actually like absolutely mess up reading the dialogue, and I had not removed that when I published it with the editing. So there's a bit of a jump here to me deleting it again and starting over, and that is exactly what has happened. There's nothing editing magic wise that happened other than that. It was just me absolutely destroying some lines and starting over, and I did not realize that it had not been edited out because I'm currently the one editing my stuff, and sometimes even when double checking, I forget to remove something that absolutely needs to be removed. Sorry about that, and back to the video. You're going to see the save slot here. I had to restart it to mess with one setting that I needed to get done, which means that didn't get deleted the way I wanted it to. We're going to do that again. There, now I can see everything. You finally arrived at the Fernhoof Academy stables. Last time you were around horses was years ago on a summer riding camp. But right as you were at the crossroads in your life, a leaflet caught your eye. The once prestigious Riding Academy is reopening now, accepting students. There's a word there. Challenging yourself on a new path is exactly what you need right now, so you signed up in a heartbeat. I don't know if there is character creation or male character creation or anything that way. That is something I'll have to find out later. But it looks like it's currently day 1. Okay, you must be the stable hand. Hi there, you must be Matthias, right? I'm Nemo. One of the stable hands here. Nice to meet you. So, you're here a little early. The academy facilities are still being worked on, and it's pretty much just being around for now. But hey, warm welcome to Fernhoof Grove. I was given this 3-day orientation plan to get you started. Might as well begin practicing while waiting for the others, right? Just don't forget to help me out with the chores here and there in return. Apparently, we're starting off with a writing lesson right away. How daring. This lovely mare right here, Sunny, would be the perfect ride for you. But before you ride, she needs a little bit of brushing. Take Sunny to the grooming station, we'll get started. Ooh, okay, okay. That's Nacho, that is not Sunny. Hey, click and move the brush around to clean all the dirt off, and don't forget the other side. Okay, I like that I can actually visibly see this. Oh. Can I just do that? Okay, yep. Arrow key, and we switch sides. Thank you for the sparkles. All horses have their favorite scratching spots. If you like, try moving the brush around Sunny's belly. She loves that. When you're ready, exit the grooming station. Oh, I see. That's what the little hearts are. Okay. Oh, the little motion she makes, the little expression is so cute. Oh, this is so good. I'm in love. I am so much in love. Nicely done. Now Sunny's is all clean. She's the sweetest, or isn't she the sweetest mare? Don't tell the others, but she's my favorite. I think she's gonna be my favorite here in a second too. Go ahead and tag her up, get on when you're ready, and I'll walk with you to the riding arena. Okay. So interact wheel. Okay, and then press E to mount. Let's do it that way. I'm not qualified as a riding instructor, but I'll do my best to teach you. Okay. There's lots to learn about riding, so I hope you're ready for an information-packed lesson. Let's start with the basics. Press your legs with W to have Sunny start walking. Okay. Hold A or D to signal that you want to turn that direction. Okay. If you want to ride in first-person perspective, zoom all the way in. Oh, okay, there we go. It snaps in. Okay. I like that. Right between the cones. Okay, we got a working walk. Begin, you can start from either direction. Exercise as in any gait. Let's do it at a walk. I think I'm doing this right. I'm seeing it disappear, so I'm assuming so. Okay. Your S. Yep. And pick up to a trot. See how this exercise, this green color matches the color on the gait bar when you trot. Oh, yep. Okay. So a bit of a gait indicator. I do like, though. I also like that this isn't just, oh, it's just walk, trot, you know, at specific sets. We get kind of, different versions of it. Okay. And that's going to take stamina. Okay, that gives me a bit of how that works. So we're going to start in a walk. And we're going to start in a trot. Okay. Each of these has a color. That's right. Okay. was not the best. Oh, well, you're fast learner. The quick gate changing works for stopping, or as we say, halt as well. Okay. Next, exercise halt at the white circle when the rider is in between the cones. Okay. Honestly, this is probably one of, like, those systems are really, really, like, for having, like, you've got to figure out how to do this, and it's not going to be necessarily simple, but you also got different speeds that you can work at. But you also have these little, you gotta go between the cones, you gotta stop in the circle, that sort of stuff. I actually really, really like it. You might notice Sunny sometimes sometimes changing the pace on her own. Horses have different temperaments that affect how they behave. Sunny's temperament is nice and balanced, so she doesn't feel the need to change that pace that often. But if you want to interrupt any speed changes, keep an eye on her head movements and vocalizations. Ask her to move faster when she's slowing down, and vice versa. Finally, time to canter. Don't worry, Sunny's canter is super smooth and easy. Yes, I'm not going to judge the game too much on the animations or anything this way. This is still very much an in-progress game, but even then, I am liking what I see a lot. Ooh, pretty sure that was a lead change. Okay, any over here. Oh, it helps when I'm actually a bit better at this, doesn't it? We managed to save it at the end there. In the correct gate. Okay. Oh, okay, so you want an absolute working canter no matter what, maybe? Let's go through these. There we go. Much better this time. When cantering, one of the horse's legs will be the leading leg. Turning to the side of the leading leg will be much easier. Horses switch leads on steep turns themselves, but you can also do a lead change yourself. We won't do an exercise for lead changes right now, but feel free to try it out by holding shift and press either A and D in canter to change the lead. Okay. I might be getting a bit ahead of myself, but we can finish up with some easy jumps. See that cross rail, canter towards the center, and when you are in between the cones, press space to encourage Sunny to jump. There you go. Oh, look at you go. If you one day want to ramp up the challenge, you can turn on realistic striding from the gameplay settings anytime. Do a few more jumps to end on, and with a good jump, I mean aim for the center. Keep an eye on how jumps consume the horse's stamina. Learning to manage that will be important on a course. Okay, that makes sense. That was not a great jump by any means. This is definitely the wrong way for this one. Hang on. There we go. Don't ask how I messed that one up, but I did. Yeah, I don't need to jump the smaller one, and I was worried that I did, but I don't, and that actually proves it, but also, this poor horse has gone straight through that. Oh, hey, they reset. Damn. That was quick. Aha, there we go. Amazing jump, some company, you'll do great in our academy. Let's end it here. Isn't Sunny such a good teacher? And hopefully it wasn't too bad either. Huh? Well, I don't think I'm the best student, but we'll give it a go. Let me untack you. Do we need to brush you at all? Trailers are more my speed, but all that time spent watching the trainers ride finally paid off. You handled Sunny so gently, and I think she loved showing off a bit. Have you had as much fun as she did? She'll get some extra carrots tonight. Says told if everything went well, the academy is open to loaning out some of the empty A-wing stalls. Nickel Horse Market is having a special event tomorrow showing lots of beginner horses for sale. Sure you guess what I'm hinting at? Would it be interesting to join me at the market to look at horses to buy for yourself? Perfect, I can't wait. You'll get a lot further as a trainer with your own horse. I'm sure you'll have lots to unpack at your room, so that's all for today. Rest up well for a big day tomorrow. It says your Dandelion House is that yellow building to the left of you. See you tomorrow. Okay, this one I'm assuming. Yeah, I would say that's about dandelion yellow. That is not a house. We're or maybe it is? No, it says tack shop. Oh, that would probably be it over there. By left, I was facing the wrong direction. Whoops. That indeed is the tack shop. That is on me. Oh, these colors are pretty. Okay. Sleep and save, yep. Ooh, okay, we get, like, weather predictions for the day. Okay, so we need to go talk to Nima. Oh, hey, one of the horses is out. Hi, buddy. Is that Sunny? No, that's not Sunny. Sunny had a darker coat, darker mane and tail. Oh, they go out different times of day, though. How are you so dirty? I know exactly what you've done, buddy. I'm dying to see what kinds of horses might be moving in today. Before we can leave, the stable chores need to be done. Can you help me about it? Help me out a bit. Noise board behind you and pick up the remaining tasks. Press Captain, just like with Sunny yesterday. For the feeding tasks, come to the feed bin right here and I'll teach you. Yep, you're Captain. So let's get you brushed. Oh, hang on. I need to actually go to the chore board and accept him. I read that. Okay. There we go. Now you've definitely been rolling around outside in the pen. 100%. To be fair, you've probably been rolling in some very icky stuff, but you know, a horse is gonna horse. Okay, how do we do the feeding? Choose a horse from the sideboard, pick up their bucket. You can have multiple buckets out at once. The list of each bucket shows which feed the horse needs and how many portions. Yes, I love this. This is so good. Click a feed to skip a portion then pour it into the bucket. It's not just, hey, I fed them XYZ. You need minerals 1. Current feed down the meal plan. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's how we do it. So Atlas needs 1 oats, 1 mineral, and 1 vitamin. And Saffron needs 1 alfalfa, Sully, and 1 vitamins. And now we go back. Thanks, that was super helpful. I gave you some pocket money too for helping me out. Can't wait any longer. Let's go. Headed to the parking lot and hop on the blue trailer. Okay. Assuming the parking lot is out this way, based on that being where the trailers are. Yep, we want to go to the horse market. Once again, I'd like to welcome everyone to our special Steady Strides event, only in the High Trail Horse Market. We've gathered the most patient horses to showcase, all ready to help new riders learn the ropes. Today's selection of horses is so large it's practically infinite, bringing out a fresh group of horses by ringing the bell. Located near the horses. If you're a new rider and need guidance, we recommend checking out the info board near the entrance for helpful tips. Happy shopping. Okay. I already see one that's catching my eye. We're open every day with fresh arrivals and unique themes throughout the week. Today's event offers an unusually wide selection. Inspect the horses to learn about their information and skills. Upper the tooltip icons to read more about these tributes. In matching horse currently shown, ring the bell to see a new patch of horses available. After the purchase, you can register your horse with a new name for free anytime. Remember, if you ever want to find any of your horses a new home, this will be the best place to sell them. Okay. You've already caught my attention. Dutch Warmblood, Gold Mealy Bait Tobiano, your Stallion. You got good strength. Agility's not as high. Oh, I can go for a Testeroid? Yes. Let's see how you do. Not that I'm the best jumper, but we can see how you do. I am a sucker for pretty horses and pinto horses, and this is very much in that like section of both of those. But I do need to look at the other horses. Your Dutch Warmblood, your Gold Bay. You have a better temperament. You better agility. Your jumping's only 7 though. I can't tell if you're taller. You might actually be taller. At least you feel like it. I think the jumping's fairly comfortable. The temperament being better might be a good thing, though. You're an Irish draft gilding, mahogany bay. You have like the lowest price I've seen. You're also probably fairly tall. I'm not seeing a height. That's something I would like to see. Your Dutch Warmblood Stallion. You get slightly better temperament than the original that I saw. Jingle Bell, Dallas, Bunny, and Pistachio. Okay, Pistachio is like the perfect name for you, though. Ooh, but do I ring the bell for the sake of there might be better? Oh, hey, there's more horses over here. Never mind. I am blind. I don't want to talk about it. Irish Draft Mare, Mahogany Mealy Bay, Tobiano. You have really high strength. Good temperament. The other two skills need a little bit of work. D. I don't know yet. I mean, the option is I take a very Malachite. Okay. Blackborn or Dutchborn Blood Mare. This is another color I always pretty much always go for, but I'm gonna at least test all of them and see. I need to look at your temperament again, but I think you had a decent temperament. You, in fact, did not. Maybe that was why there's a little bit more vocalization with that one. Your name is Saturn. You're red chestnut, and you're Irish draft gelding. You do have a good temperament. Your strength is your lowest, but your agility and jumping are better. You had a good temperament, but I wouldn't say I feel like you're happy. Let's see, what about you? Your name is Oreo. Irish draft gelding, Mahogany Bay. You have a good temperament, your strength is high, your jumping's high, and your agility is kind of in the middle. For the beginner stats, at least. I know. And when refresh is left today, you will not be able to view these horses again after moving to the new group. Yeah, we'll do a refresh. Your name is Tangerine. You're a Dutch warm blood gelding, red mealy, chestnut Tobiano, Irish draft stallion, gold bay Tobiano. You're very sleepy. You don't have as bad a temperament as the first stallion I looked at. Dutch warm blood stallion, sorrel chestnut, gelding red chestnut. Okay. You are Copper Bay Tobiano, Dutch Warm Blood Mare, Dutch Warm Blood Gelding, Copper Bay. You have insanely high strength. I need to go back and actually go look at stats. Blueberry, Dutch Warm Blood Mare, Copper Chestnut Tobiano. You got good stats, but you have a temperament of -15. I think it's the largest we've seen yet. Irish Draft Stallion, Gold Bay. Your name is Truffle. Yeah, you have a 24 for one stat. 19, 14, 21. That is not bad. I totally did not get stuck in that. Nope, you saw nothing. 21, 19, 20, but your temperament is -19. 12, 8, 18, but minus 9. 7, 10, 12. 12, 16, or 6 and 16. I don't know. That mare might be kind of our owner here, even though I am very much a person who'd rather take a gelding or a stallion. Get off on that jump, but Yes, what was it with your stats? Yours 22, 9 and 19. What does the stars mean? Is it how many modifiers? I'm curious. Ooh. Hello. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is then. Color plus pattern. Okay. 8, 13, 18, and 11. You're gelding. 13, 5, 19. 4 for temperament. 23, 8, 22. Gelding, you're faded black. That's a pretty color. Neilsar as well. 23, 10, 23. And your temperament is 0. That's an interesting one. 22, 5, 19, minus 7. 6, 23, 24, and 11 for a faded black Dutch warm blood mare. Trickster, minus 1. 14, 15, 16. Dutch warm blood stallion. Your name might win you. Dutch warm blood mare. 14, 22, 17. 16 years is minus 1, which is super funny. It happens to be the 4th of July, and I'm hoping background sounds aren't getting picked up. If they are, I am so sorry. I do like you, I really do, but I might have to go for another refresh. Your name is great, though. And what I immediately saw as far as, like, the first thing I saw. Your name is Bambi. You're an Irish Draft Mare, Red Chestnut. Actually, pretty good stats. Irish Draft Stallion, Dark Bay. I'll give you a test ride. Oh, yep. There's some fireworks in the background. A little bit early, though. Your stats are not quite what I'm looking for, I don't think. You've got good stats. You are tall. Let's give... Your name is Comet. Oh, this one might be... This one might be the keeper. Yeah, I think we found our keeper. Oh, you're very expensive, but it is so worth it. Congratulations to your horse. Let's go load this beauty up into the trailer so you can get home. Drive safe. Yeah, I can't wait to get him home. How it seems like an amazing fit for you. I just know you're going to make a great team. As new horse owner, you should check on the horse information page. If you wish to rename them, just click on the name. Do we want to rename them? Ooh, I love when there's a notes section. Yes, 10 out of 10. No, comment gets a stay name comment. Ski brush. I thought. Oh. Are we figuring out where they. What scratches, maybe? Maybe not. Oh, there we go. That's awesome. I love it. Okay. I want to horse my own too. One I can wander trails with, tell my secrets to, and dress up in cute pink tack. Speaking of tack, since years now, I've opened up the tiny tack shop on the stable yard. Go take a look. Comment look adorable in a new halter or a colorful saddle pad. Ooh. But what color would we put Comet in? I feel like Comet would look good in like a green or a blue. But then again, I feel like they look good in just most colors. Oh, I love these. Okay, yes, thank you for having Hackamore options. 10 out of 10. Oh, there's so many colors. Yes. I gotta absolutely adore when games are like, hey, instead of just making something in like one color, here's a ton of different colors you can choose from. Yellow could look really good on him. But I kind of liking this blue. Or that green. Rest to the tag room through the interact wheel. Okay. That lets me customize what they're in. Interaction wheel. Tack room. Saddle pad. Let's do the purple. Leg protection will do purple. I don't have any accessories. Oh, the only Hackamore I have is the brown one. I'm just save up a little bit. Ooh, but I do like that saddle. The designs on it, okay. You find something new for Comet. The shop is currently restocking, so more items will become available later. Last topic in training techniques. It is training techniques, but I think it's best we let Comet rest and settle in their new home for tonight. Let's meet again bright and early tomorrow, okay? Yep. That makes sense, because they've had to travel, they've had to be in the market. Last thing I think they want to do after a test ride and everything else is be, like, stuck in a training arena for a bit. So we'll give them a rest. I do love that the horses can show up out in these paddocks, though. They're not just stuck in the stall, or you don't necessarily have to set them out yourself. Okay, there we go. I originally had recorded day 3, and I myself had caused it to bug out. Not so much that I think the game had an issue. I did some things in the wrong order, so that had to be cut. And I'm redoing day 3 because, of course, it didn't save because I didn't get to the end of the day. And this way, it's not going to be bugged. I am super sorry about that. There's going to be a little bit of a jump cut here. I have done this day. I've seen the things, but this gives me a better chance to kind of react to them again. First things first, though, we need to do our horse's daily chores. I come for the night, and they seem very calm and happy, which means we can get to the final topic, training horses. In a nutshell, training comes down to improving the horse's three skills, which are strength, agility, and jumping. Remember the exercises on Unless it was sunny, successfully writing different exercises like those will train specific skills. But of course, an efficient training session starts by making sure your horse is motivated to learn. Start by brushing Comet, filling their feed bucket, and warming up to give them a temporary training bonus for the day. Oh, and each wing has their own feed bins to keep things organized. Since Comet lives in Wing A, use the bin on that alley for them. Ooh, and I've got hiccups now. I'll be heading to the riding arena when Comet is warmed up, come chat with me. Okay, let's get you fed, buddy. Which, based on the glow, I'm assuming this is the... Yep. Hey, what do you need? You get 2 oats, 1 misuli. And then... I give you a quick brush. How'd you get dusty overnight? Well, probably the trailer, to be fair. Oh, I need to switch sides, not, exit. There you go. I also do know how to change the halter now, which is great. Totally should have tacked him up before that. You saw nothing. Totally did not make that mistake. Let's get you to the arena. I do really like his color. His color is very pretty. And we're at a trot. Now let's get you in there. Get your warm-up done. I need to pay attention a little bit more to what she says and not jump ahead. Camera's a little jerky because I'm holding it to turn it. Okay, there is a lead change when we turn. Nice. Very nice. You feel ready for training now. From now on, you'll set up the exercise around the arena yourself. Design a routine that targets the skills you want to improve is an important part of being a horse trainer, or designing. Okay. Yeah, that just tells us that we can import one if somebody makes one, but we're allowed to make one. Let's do it that way. Okay, what do we want to put here? Okay, if we use E, that's one thing. There's another. Let's use small jumps. Okay. Does that count as... Yep, once focus is gone, they won't learn anymore that day. Take a look at the horse's current focus, training bonus, and warm-up stats at the bottom right, and hover over them to learn more. They have 30 focus, 20 bonus. Okay. Okay, so let's use a pre-built one. Actually, what is your lowest? Agility. So let's do an agility course. Where does this one start? It starts back here. Okay. Eventually I'll be able to build a nice course like this, but it is going to take me a little bit to be like, okay, how do I get stuff placed? Now I'll have to mess around to make sure it works. So I think if things are too close together or too far apart, you kind of lose rhythm, so you have to make it so there's a bit of a rhythm to it. But again, yes, we're not going to accidentally jump ahead and do things we're not supposed to do. And break the save. I can't wait to see as more stuff gets added, especially with like the little things we can do. Especially if we get things like working equestrian or something that way. Okay, practical experience is important in this field of work. You gain it by teaching horses, improving their skills, and showing them off in competitions. Check your trainer profile with T when you're ready to level up. Now you will get rewards next time you sleep. Don't think I'm just there yet. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, let's go talk to Nima. And see what she says, because maybe it'll have us do something with this stuff here. Yep, your orientation is all now finished. You seem to have gotten the hang of things nicely, so from now on you're free to continue at your own pace. Though I do have a task for you to work on, it would be great to put what you've practiced into action and raise Comet's skills. If you need a refresher on how horse care or training, come chat with me. Okay. Well, catch you later, and good luck with the training. Yep. Let's work on this skill really quick. Once again, it is 4th of July. It's now later in the 4th of July, so there's going to be a smidge of background noise here and there. Okay, let's try to actually finish this thing. Use our focus for the day and see how that does skill-wise. I also need to make sure I keep an eye on if he's going to try to slow down or speed up. There we go, we've raised our temperament a bit. I need to make sure I do the stable chores as well, because we are a little low in cash. Hopefully do the stable chores just a smidge more, we'll be able to, I don't know what those are, or what gate. Maybe they're an any gate one? Oh no, I know what they are, I know what they are. Because we haven't got there yet. Okay, we're gonna do the walk one again and then line up for it. I bet it's backing up. I think it was when I was messing with the builder. That's what that color meant. Yep, that is what it is. Okay, interesting. But it makes sense to work towards agility. Accidentally had him go a little bit too fast. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, okay, is about what that would sound like it end up as. There we go. A little bit tricky, but we're getting there. We're learning. That is the biggest thing, is just learning. The more you do things, for both horse and person, the more you kind of understand how it works for both of you, and you get better at it. But you have to actually practice. There we go. You get 4 of 15 skills. Or I should say skill points. Where does this one start? Yeah, we'll share that one in later. I didn't see where I needed to start with it at. That one's definitely going to be perfect, which is fine. See what we're doing after this. We might switch to courses, some small jumps. Get that trained up just a smidge. Here, and then I'll do that one. That's really funny, just where we have popped in and where that is. Okay, fixed it. Nice. Okay, how are you doing? Your agility is getting there. Let's work on some jumps. So far, so good. I don't know if we'll get more out of this than the other. Oh, yep. We are doing good on our trades. Okay, perfect. We'll have to work on the agility quite a bit, though. But we are getting there. Yeah, some of these jumps are not going to be hit or perfect. Some are going to be okay. That's definitely going to be okay. So is this one, to be fair? Oh no, that just called it try again. Okay. Interesting. There we go with background noise. This is definitely the wrong way to approach that. Oh no, but it counted it. I will take it. Yeah, it was not in the middle. There we go. And our focus is done for the day. So it's time to end our training for today, because then we can finish up tomorrow, I think. But we have 21, 20, and then 16, so we'll work on agility again tomorrow. But let's go get our staple chores and stuff done, because we haven't got that done yet. Yeah, this is the right wing. We're good. I was like, wait, is this the right area? It is. It is. Okay, there you go. Get you intact. You've been fed, but I need to go check the chore board. Okay. Let's do the feeding first. So Sunny needs 2 oats, 2 minerals, and then Jupiter needs 2 oats, 1 alfalfa. That's that. And then we need to brush Sunny. Your daily scratches, I think, I hope. I need to check mine. I may not have done my horse's daily scratches. I don't know if we found what his favorite scratch spot is yet. Oh, well, we found yours easy enough. Get you all clean. Okay. Then over to Comet. Did we find your date or your favorite scratch spot? No, we didn't. Okay. Oh, we got a gold buddy. Oh. I don't know if that's it. Oh, maybe we found it. Yep, we found it. There we go. And that's that all done. We've done all the chores. So let's go on to the next day. We'll do about 4 days, I think. Save and sleep. Yep, I don't think I need to do a trainer level up yet, but maybe. Oh wait, no, we are. Okay, new exercise, training exercise available. Ooh, we have rain. Cross-country sprinters at the market. That's interesting, but I want to go visit the tack shop. So I think the thing I want is here. Yeah, we decided on purple. So let's go switch that out. Okay. Tack room, and then I want this, right? Yeah, we want the purple. There we go. Let's get you brushed first, though. How does the spot, by chance, change daily? There we go. Then get that done. Let's get you fed, though. So we want 1 oats, tuli, and 2 molasses. Okay, what are our stable chores? Feed Sunny, Saffron, Captain needs brushing, and feeding. Okay, 2 feed, 2 brush. Okay, so Sunny needs alfalfa and 3 vitamins. Captain needs 1 mineral, Masuli, and 2 vitamins. Captain needs yet another brush, because I swear every time he goes outside he immediately rolls in the dirt, apparently. Sir. And then Saffron? You're Saffron, okay. Let's get you brushed. There you go. All done with that. Now let's go do our training. Do you want to focus on agility today? And I once again forgot to tack up before I do that. You saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. I may have been spoiled by Orange First Time where it automatically tacks you before you leave. But I'm also not saying that that is what normally happens by any means. We'll do our 15 seconds of walk. There we go. We got that. Now for the trot. Oh, I didn't catch something. I think you had a positive temperament, but... Oh, there we go. Caught it that time. Okay. Need to enter just slightly. That way we can find... This is going to be interesting if I can figure out... Where are we going? Okay, I see. I do like that this one has the little numbers, and I need to think about this when I do mine. Because this is actually a very good way to kind of be like, hey, this is where you're supposed to be going. Nope. Yeah, we went a little bit off course with that one. Not quite as tight of turn as I would have liked. Need to think about stopping a little bit sooner. There we go. There's kind of a split. Interesting. There we go. Yeah, what does the other side have to offer? If I can figure out where one is. We're 5 out of 18 for our skills. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, we've hit afternoon, so now it's rainy. I do like to see it, though. Here we go. Oh, is it because they're crossing? I wonder. Yeah, I think if some cross... Though I might have done that off walk. I think if some cross, it also kind of is a bit of a mess. From what I've seen. There we go. Now we need to stop when we hit the circle. There we go. I'm amazed we got perfect on that. I thought it was gonna not be as good. Oh, where are we going? In my mind, I'm wanting to steer with the side you think I'd want to steer with, and instead it's doing the actual thing where if you're in a, like, vehicle, if you were to try to back, you're going to back the opposite direction. That threw me for a second. Definitely not the end of the world by any means, but just, wasn't exactly expected. Let's do that again. We're at 10 of 15. I'll just see how many, I think we got 9 yesterday or 8. So we can definitely do a fair amount. There we go. Much better. Do this again. Get some more points to our agility. So it gets caught up. That way, combat is a little bit more well-rounded. Especially for when I think competitions are added. Hopefully that'll help a bit. That's a walk. That is definitely a walk. There we go. Yeah, that canter I want to do again real quick. Didn't work out half as well as it should have. We did kind of do it in reverse. But in a way, I think that helped just a bit. We're gonna do that again here. Okay, buddy, we're good. You totally did not knock anything over, don't worry. You absolutely 100% did not knock anything over. I don't know what you're talking about. Here we go. Much smoother. Where are we going? That was supposed to be a walk, and that did not end up as a walk. I have to try that again. Easy, buddy. There we go. Not gonna be perfect, but it should be okay. Just what we need. We're almost out of focus for the day, though. Okay. Now trot. Aha. There we go. Now a little bit more focus. Let's start with the tail end of this and go backwards. Use up a little bit of focus and see where it ends us. I might get to 13 out of 15 today. But don't think so quite. Yep, there is our focus. It has ended and we haven't quite got a 13 out of 15. But we still did pretty good. Let's get you back to your stall. Possibly brushed off and just, in general, put away and dried off because it is very wet today. I don't think you're going to be too happy with me if I leave you outside. Oh no, you're still clean. Okay, we're good. Untack you. Let you sit for now. I'm gonna see if I can go to the trailer. I don't think I can go to the horse sale trailer. I kind of think that's a... Well, you don't need to go there just yet. Ooh, I can. I'm more looking out of curiosity than I am like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a horse, because there's no way I'm able to afford a horse right now. Not with 300 coins. Oh, you have more potential, I think, maybe, but lower stats. You also feel like you're more expensive. Okay. I see you have higher stats. Yeah, you're much more expensive. I'm gonna see how many refreshes you can have in a day. Okay, yeah, so the stars I'm assuming are pattern and dilution, like how many you have. So kind of a rarity situation in a way with that in mind, maybe. Okay, so no refresh for this. Okay. Currently only available for starter. That's fine. I was just curious. My curiosity has been sated. I don't think I'm ready to level up as a trainer. Nope, not yet. Okay. Well, because it is starting to get loud outside, and I did actually get this re-recorded the way it was supposed to be re-recorded. This is where we're going to end it. My thoughts on this are that I'm very excited about this game. I can't wait to see where it's going to come, or how it's going to go in the coming months. I'm going to actually continue playing this and recording it. I'm probably going to do my own save on in the background and kind of mess with it as well. That's kind of how I figured out that I had messed up the day. Um, from there, I am like very excited to also share this game with people because I think that this game needs more eyeballs on it. I want more people to like, hey, this looks really cool. I want to help back this project and help support the creator. Please do so. I'm imagine it would help immensely for them. And I really want to see this project take off because anytime there's a solo dev that's making a game, especially an equestrian game, it is absolutely like I love to support them as much as I can, and do what I can for them. So I encourage everyone else to do the same, especially because this looks like it's going to be a really good project. And again, I'm trying not to compare it to other things. It is kind of its own thing, and I think that is a really nice thing. Having it be its own thing that isn't necessarily directly comparable to other things. Too, the other thing I'm really liking is how many little details are. The feeding, you actually have to get the correct types of feed. The training isn't just here's a preset course somewhere that you can run. You can make your own courses and you kind of have to think about what you're doing for the training. Um, the try before you buy option for the horses or the test ride option is so good. That is something I've been like absolutely wanting in other games. So it is amazing to see it here. Thank you so much for that one. Yeah, overall, I'm just really in love with this project. I can't wait to see where it goes, and I hope you join me when I do a bit more of this. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it helps a ton. And I hope to see you in the next video.